type in S in the chat window. So far, we were discussing about the backend part like SAP HANA, what are the tables in SAP HANA, what are the information models in SAP HANA. So what are the other concepts we required of SAP HANA? So I will cover simultaneously along with the reporting tools like creation, stored procedures and calculation views using the SQL script. Today our class agenda is SAP BOBI 4.1 Introduction. So we have different source systems in in the client landscape like SAP HANA, other databases, Oracle, SQL Server, SAP BW, other MOLAP applications like SAP BW. We'll talk about what is MOLAP application like SAP BW and all. Now the client required reports analysis on top of the source system. Now the client is using business objects reporting tool, SAP BOBI reporting tools. As a BOBI consultant, you supposed to know how to design the queries, how to design, generate the reports based on these source systems. And first we'll learn the architecture of SAP BOBI XI 3.0, 3.1, then BOBI 4.0, 4.1. Architecture in the sense a brief overview of what are the tools that are there in various versions of SAP BOBI. Okay, a brief history about business objects. Okay, what is the purpose, why SAP acquired the business objects. Okay, what is the new version like BA 4.0, what is BA 4.1, all these things. The business objects Thank you, Zafar. Basically, a French-based company established in 1990. The primary products of this company are BI tools. BI tools means business intelligence tools, reporting tools. So business object is in the market since last 24 years. It's one of the well-established reporting tools in the market. So once they introduce the BI tools, they keep adding the new features to this tool in order to make these tools more mature. If you look at this, what type of features, okay, they keep adding the tools, these BI tools to make these these tools more matured. Like in 1992, the slice and dice panel was introduced, allowing user to add multiple sorts, breaks, filters, and calculation through an easy interface, as well as to pivot the data into a cross-tab reports. So whenever the report is displayed in an interface, then the business user wants to filter the data. Okay, in order to find out what are the data, what exactly the data they are looking for. Then they want to perform some small calculations. They want to pivot the data. All these options are introduced in 1992. Then in 1993, alerts were added to highlight the exceptions. We'll talk about exceptions in various reporting tools of SAP BOBI. So we have a concept of exceptions in Web Intelligence, in OLAP Edition, in dashboard design. So in order to highlight a specific data, we can use the exception, threshold values. We'll talk about this. They introduced in 1993 itself. 1995 business query for Excel allowed user to launch a query directly from the spreadsheet. From 1995, they added the support for the spreadsheet, basically MS Office product. In 1996, business objects was re-architected as 32-bit bit application and introduced the microcube terminology. In 1996, support was added for SBase, MetaCube, and Oracle Express. Means they added the support for other source systems also. Like we are talking about different source systems, right? Here, SBase, Oracle Express, like this. Okay, they added the support for other source systems. In 1997, Business Miner was launched, the data mining product that allow user to mine the query results. So in 1997, Business Objects launched the first data mining tool. So the data mining is also okay. So I will give a brief introduction to the data mining. So the first data mining product launched in 1997. The name of the product is Business Miner. In 1997, Webby Thin Client was released in December, enabling e-business intelligence, in which customers shared information across extranet with suppliers and external business partners. In 1997, Web Intelligence Thin Client was released. So what is Webby? Okay, what is Webby? Okay, different client tools, Web Intelligence. We'll talk about what is Thin Client. Okay, all these we'll talk about in the course. In 2000, InfoView portal was released along with Business Objects 5i, which offered full client capabilities in 3-tier mode. Basically, in 2000, okay, most of the clients, they want their reporting on web-based reporting. So they introduced the concept of InfoView. So InfoView is a Business Objects portal. Then after, in BA 4.2 onwards, the name of the tool has been changed. The name of the tool is BA Launchpad. Like this, they keep adding the new features to these tools to make these tools more mature. Now, in 2004, Business Objects released Business Objects, okay, 6.5 version. Then in 2005, Business Objects released XIR2 version. In 2006, Business Objects released XIR2 version. In 2008, Business Objects was acquired by SAP. From 2008 onwards, it's a SAP Business Objects. When SAP acquired the Business Objects, the version of the Business Object is XIR2. After acquisition, between 2008 to 2011, SAP released 2 more versions of Business Objects, that is XIR3. What is this R1, R2, R3? We'll talk about. In XIR3, there are 2 versions. XI 3.0, XI 3.1. Then in 2011, SAP released BI 4.0, SAP BOBI 4.0 or XI 4.0. So when SAP acquired the Business Object, the version is XIR2. From XIR2 onwards, it's SAP Business Objects. After acquisition, in between 2008 to 2011, SAP released two versions in XIR3. First one is XI 3.0, XI 3.1. In 2011, May or April, I don't remember the month, first quarter of 2011, they released SAP BOBI 4.0 or XI 4.0, which is the latest one. Sorry, BA 4.1. So we'll see what is BA 4.0, what is BA 4.1, okay, and what is XI 3.0. What are the tools are there in these versions, how these versions will differ first. When SAP acquired the business objects in 2008, in business objects, there are some reporting tools. There is a tool called BODI, Business Objects Data Integrator. That's not a reporting tool. That's a ETL tool, extract, transform, and load. So once SAP acquired, all the tools, okay, comes under SAP roof. In 2008, SAP released Business Objects Platform. So what is BO? BO is a platform. Under BO platform, they categorize three types of tools. First one is SAP BOBI, Business Objects, Business Intelligence. BI means only reporting tools. Now the current version is 4.1. Second one is SAP BOBI, sorry, SAP BODS 4.2, Business Object Data Services, which is an EAM tool of SAP. What is EAM? Is Enterprise Information Management. What is Enterprise Information Management? How this tool, what is the purpose, how this tool can be used by a client is, a client can use this tool. So they added so many new transforms to BODI and they renamed the tool as a BODS, Business Object Data Services. Yeah, IDT, today only I will start. Today or tomorrow, once let me finish the introduction part, then I will start. First tool we are going to start is IDT only. The first tool we are going to start is IDT. Okay. So after completion of this introduction, okay, what are the tools we have in SAP BOBI, then we'll start IDT. So without giving this introduction, if I start directly IDT, it doesn't make any sense, because first of all, you're supposed to know, okay, what are the different tools are there in BOBI, what are the different categories of tool, and you need to have a clear idea whenever you are learning a tool, okay, that tool belongs to which type, what type of category in BOBI. So yeah, tomorrow I will start IDT after once I am done with this introduction. Yeah, business. BODS. So what exactly an EAM tool is? A client can use this tool as a migration tool in any data migration project. There are transforms in this tool supports data migration. This is SAP BOBI. Only reporting tools of business objects. This is BODS. EAM tool of business objects. But this is also falls under business objects platform. So in this tool, we have transforms, okay, supporting data migration as well as data migration and ETL. So this tool can be used as a data migration tool in any data migration project. For example, a client is using a legacy application. One fine day, okay, they decided to implement a ERP, SAP ERP, non-SAP ERP. They want to, okay, migrate the data from their legacy application to their ERP application. Then they can use this tool as a data migration tool. And apart from this data migration, BODS can also be used as an ETL tool in any data warehousing project. It can be SAP data warehousing projects or non-SAP data warehousing projects, like any other ETL tool, like Informatica, DataStage, Ab Initio. Under Business Object Platform, there is one more tool, that is SAP BOPC, Business Objects Planning and Consolidation. The current version is 10.1. So this tool is for planning, again expense planning, revenue planning, and legal consolidation. Basically, this is an EPM category, Enterprise Performance Management. So under Business Objects Platform, we have BI tools, we have EAM tools, and we have EPM tools. So Business Object is not only a reporting tool. Business Object is a platform. Under Business Objects, there are different categories of tools. BI tools, BODS, which is an EAM tool, and BOPC, which is an EPM tool. So this course, we are learning BOBI, reporting tools of SAP Business Objects. So when SAP acquired the business objects, in SAP business objects, there are so many tools. Though BOBI falls under BO platform, BOBI itself is a platform, because in SAP BOBI we have a bunch of tools. SAP BOBI itself is a platform. Now we'll see what are the different tools in SAP BOBI and how SAP categorized these tools. In SAP BOBA, there are SAP categorized the tools as 4 main categories. One is administrator tools, second one is business user tools, third one is data manager tools, fourth one is designer tools. The category is same, in XI 3.0 or 3.1 or BOBI 4.0 or 4.1. But when comparing with XI 3.1 to BOBI 4.0, SAP changed the nomenclature of so many tools with so many enhancements. First of all, we will try to understand what are these categories, okay, so that you will have a better understanding whenever you are learning a BOBI tool, SAP BOBI tool, what type of tool, okay, what under which category that tool falls. First one is business user tools. What are the business user tools in SAP BOBI? First of all, who are the business users? Whenever a client is implementing a BOBI project, all the reports and analysis required for the business users for decision making, for planning, for budgeting, in order to take the better decision about the business, for decision making process. Now, whenever a business user wants to analyze the data, wants to analyze the report, basically what are the tools that can be used by business users in SAP BOBI platform in order to view the reports, in order to drill down the reports? Basically, what are the tools that can be used by business user in a project, in SAP BOBI project? Those tools falls under business user tools. Well, we'll train the business users how to use the tool. That's a different story. Okay, but first of all, what are the tools the business users will use? Are nothing but business user tools. First one is InfoView. What is InfoView? The name of the InfoView is changed from BA 4.0 onwards, is BA Launchpad. In XI 3.1, which is the previous version of SAP BOBI, before introducing XI 4.0 or SAP BOBI 4.0, what is the previous version of business objects? XI 3.1. So this is a nomenclature. This tool, I will upload this tool in the, I will upload this PowerPoint presentation in blog so that you can go through one more time before coming to the next class, so that tomorrow whatever the tool we are going to start, you will have clear idea under which category that tool falls. See, in XI 3.1 you can see business objects enterprise, but BA 4.1 onwards, BOBI itself is a platform. Business objects, BA platform. Itself is a platform. It falls under SAP BO platform. That's a different story, because here we have bunch of tools. So the SAP itself, BOBI itself announced this itself is a platform. Okay. Sorry. In XI 3.1, this is the InfoView, BA Launchpad. See, one of the business user tool. What is this BA Launchpad? BA Launchpad provides an interface to the SAP Business Objects Business Intelligence Platform repository that enable us to navigate, to view and manage our business intelligence document. It is a web-based application from which we can access crystal reports, Webby documents and other objects, organize them to suit our preferences. What is InfoView? InfoView is a BOB, Business Objects Portal. In 2000, business objects released, InfoView. What is InfoView? It's a business objects portal. From BA 4.0 onwards, the name has been changed. The nomenclature has been changed as BA Launchpad. So what is BA Launchpad? It's a web-based application. It's a portal using which we can connect to business objects repository or business objects central management server. So whenever a client is implementing business objects, SAP BOBI project, in order to store all our BI objects, that can be a WebI report, that can be a dashboard report, that can be any other BI object, universes, okay. First we'll install BO repository. This is also known as CMS, Central Management Server, the main server. So whenever we are implementing not only a business object project, any other project, we need a server to store all our objects, okay. We need a server, okay, to store, okay, all other, okay, the objects related to our project. In the same way, in SAP BOBI project also, in order to store all our BI objects, first BO administrators, they will install SAP BO repository or central management server. What exactly this BO repository consists of? This BO repository consists of all BI content. What is BI content? The BI content can be universes. We'll talk about what are the universes. The BI content can be reports like WebI reports, WebI documents, crystal reports, whatever. All are stored here. The same at the main server, central management server. What is BI Launchpad? It's a web-based application using which we can connect to this CMS, and the business user can use this BI Launchpad to view the BI content which is stored in CMS in a web user interface. So I logged in as administrator. For every user also they will have their user ID, one user ID. So they have their inbox here. They can view their documents. See, this is for example a WebI document. A WebI report. So not only business users will use this, other BO consultants can also use a BI Launchpad, but it's also used by business users. That is the reason this is also a business user tool. See, Web Intelligence. Web Intelligence is a business user tool and Web Intelligence is also designer tool. As I said, InfoView can be used by business users. InfoView can also be used by BO consultants. Web Intelligence is a business user tool. Web Intelligence is also a designer tool. So first we'll talk about what is a designer tool, what it does. Then I will explain how Web Intelligence is also a business user tool. In BI 4.0, there are 5 main designer tools. What exactly a designer tool? Now the client required a report. What is a report? Well, presentation of the data in a tabular format, presentation of the data in graphs, in charts, okay, so that the data can be easily interpret, okay, the business user can understand and interpret the data for decision making. See, this is a report. What is a report? The presentation of the data. It can be in a tabular format. It can be in the form of charts. See, it can be in the form of charts. So the business user can easily understand and interpret the data for the decision making. But technically speaking, what is a report? Technically speaking, every report is a result of a query. So in order to design a report, in order to get a report, first we have to design the query. So just I want to see all the a small report from based on article table. The business wants to see what are the different articles they are dealing with, article price, other details about the attributes. So in order to get that information, we need to execute a select, small select statement. Select start from. So the result of the query is nothing but a report. In the same way, in reporting tools also, as per our reporting requirements, first we have to design the query. Based on our source system. Here we are not going to write complex select statements to design our queries. Here, these tools will provide GUI-based environment to design the query without writing the SQL. So internally, the tool will generate the SQL MDX. It depends upon what type of source system you are using. So what is a designer tool is? A designer tool facilitates designing the query based on reporting requirements. In SAP BOBI 4.0, there are 5 main designer tools. First one is Web Intelligence. Web Intelligence, also referred as WebI. The main purpose of this tool is for ad hoc reporting. Answer ad hoc questions and interact with the information. So whenever the client required ad hoc reporting, we'll talk about what is ad hoc reporting in our course. We can use Web Intelligence. But what is Web Intelligence? Web Intelligence is also a designer tool. So whenever I selected universe as a source in the Web Intelligence, see this is a query panel. See here? Because as per our reporting requirements, first you have to design the query. So whenever you design the query, behind the scene, this tool generate SQL. Once you design the query, the result of this query is nothing but the report. It has some source system problem. If you select the correct universe, it will give you the data also. Now, if you give the proper training for the business users also, they can use Web Intelligence for small ad hoc reporting. So whenever we require very complex reporting, okay, with different business options, then the BO consultant will design that report using Web Intelligence. But for small ad hoc reporting, if we provide a proper training for the business users can also use this tool just to drag and drop the objects for ad hoc reporting. So Web Intelligence is one of the widely used reporting tool in the projects. So we'll use Web Intelligence for ad hoc reporting, for formatted reportings also. Then dashboard design. What is dashboard design? Dashboard design is a tool given by SAP in BA 4.0 platform to design dashboard reports with visualizations. What is a dashboard report? Presenting the data completely in a visualized format. So whenever the business required, dashboard reports, we can use Dashboard Design 4.0. But the name of the tool in XI 3.1 up to XI 3.1 is XLCS. The name of the tool up to XI 3.1 is XLCS. When SAP released BA 4.0, SAP changed the name of the tool as a SAP Business Objects Dashboard Design 4.2. The purpose of this tool is only to design dashboard reports. So what is a dashboard report? Reports with visualization. This is a small dashboard report, a small, simple example of a dashboard. But in order to design this dashboard, in order to get this dashboard report also, first we require some designing process. See, first, we'll use these objects, we'll set the properties. So first we'll design this dashboard using the tool Dashboard Design 4.4. So that is the reason this is also a designer tool. Crystal reports. Crystal reports also widely used reporting tool in different types of industries. Crystal reports to design highly formatted reports. So what is a highly formatted report? We'll see in our course. Access and transform the corporate data into highly formatted reports for greater insight. So whenever the business required highly formatted reports for greater insight, we can use Crystal reports. Then overlap analysis. Overlap analysis is a tool, ad hoc overlap client tool, to connect to only overlap applications. See, this is overlap analysis. It will connect to only overlap applications. To analyze the historical data in the overlap applications, for forecasting, for trend analysis, what is the purpose of analyzing the historical data? Suppose I have a overlap application, online analytical processing, like SAP BW or Hyperion SBase. We have 7 years of data or 5 years of fiscal year data, historical data residing in that overlap application. Now I want to perform ad hoc analysis on top of that historical data for forecasting, for trend analysis. In that case, we can use overlap analysis. And Business Object Explorer. Business Object Explorer is a data discovery application. Using this tool, we can search and explore the data in order to find out immediate answers to the business questions. Like it's a search engine. If we need something, how we'll go to the Google search engine, we'll type the keyword. From the keyword, we'll get the information. In the same way, once we design the information spaces, the business users also can search the information using the keywords in order to find out immediate answers to the business questions. This is a Business Object Explorer. It's not working. We have to fix that one. So once if it is working, you will find a small text field here. Just we'll type the corresponding keywords. If you click on search, it will give the corresponding information spaces as per the search criteria. And other business user tools like Live Office, Query as Web Service. Live Office means if the business user wants to view the reports, Webby documents, Crystal reports in different MS Office products, because business users are very compatible, used to use MS Office products. Voyager means whole app analysis, can also be used by business users. These are some of the business user tools. Designer tools. In designer tools, desktop intelligence is obsolete. Up to XA 3.1, we have desktop intelligence. But in BA 4.0, we don't have any desktop intelligence. Then what is data manager tools? The data manager tools also very important. In SAP BOBI project, before start report development, using Web Intelligence, Crystal reports, dashboard design, Business Object Explorer, or Business Whole App Analysis. These are the different source systems. There is a concept of semantic layer. What is a semantic layer? Is a layer between source and your reporting tool, so that the business user and the report developer who is using this tool, we can avoid all the complexities of the source system to these report developers as well as the business users. So in order to isolate the technical complexities of the source system, a designer means the BO consultant who is very expert in designing the universes. Okay, who knows the backend systems very well, like HANA, BW, other databases. First, they will design the universe, the semantic layer. Once they design the universe, then the report developers and the business users will use these tools in order to design the queries and for reporting. So, first, in any SAP BOBA project, we will design the universe. On top of most of the source systems, we require the universe. Well, on top of BW, we don't require the universe. That's a different story. We'll use directly BACS connection. But on other source systems, we require the universe. So what are the tools we'll use to design the universes? Those tools falls under data manager category. So what are the data manager tools? The data manager tools are nothing but the tools we'll use to design the universes, the semantic layers. The first and very important one is information design tool. tomorrow will start IDT. The short form of this tool is IDT, Information Design Tool. This is one of the tools to design semantic layer on top of the source systems. So whenever the client is implementing BA 4.0, the clients will prefer to use this tool for designing the universes. And at the same time, there is one more tool. The name of the tool is Universe Designer tool. This is IDT, this is UDT. So UDT is the main tool to design the universes up to XI 3.1. But in BA 4.0, SAP introduced a new tool called Information Design Tool in order to design the universes. But still they are continuing. They have given UDT also in BA 4.0. What is the purpose why they have given? Tomorrow I will explain. So basically these are the main tools. Again, among these two tools, the main tool is Information Design Tool to design the universes. Nothing but a data manager tool. The last one is administrator tools. In administrator tools, there are different types of tools only for business objects administrator, not for business objects report developers or universe developers. In every project, like how we have the administrators, in SAP BOBA projects also we have the administrators. Their job is setting up of complete system landscape, installation and set configuration of CMS, users, security, backup and recovery, blah blah blah, all these things. There are different types of administrator tools used by administrators in order to perform administrative activities, like central management console, which is main administrator tool, repository diagnostic tool, well, import wizard is obsolete, report conversion tool, okay, publishing wizard, center configuration tool, life cycle manager tool. These are the main administrator tools used by administrators, okay, BO administrators, in order to perform various types of business object administrative activities. But we are not going to learn all these tools in this course. We will be spending some time on CMC and LCM, because using LCM I will show you the transportation, how we will transport the object from one CMS to another CMS in the system landscape, and I will give you the overview to the CMS. So in this course we will learn the designer tools, data manager tools and business user tools. Now when comparing with XI 3.1 in BA 4.0, what's new in BA 4.0? What is BA 4.0? This is the equation for BA 4.0. So whatever the tools we have in XI 3.1, all the tools SAP enhanced, like Web Intelligence, you name any tool. All the tools, which some of the tools are obsolete, like Web Intelligence, Desktop Intelligence and Import Wizard. Apart from these two tools, every tool enhanced by SAP. Plus some new tools introduced, like IDT, Crystal Reports for Enterprise, see what's new in BA 4.2. In the latest BA 4.0, many changes have been made to the existing tools and a few new tools have been introduced. Let's say in Web Intelligence we have in XI 3.1. Web Intelligence we also have in BA 4.2, but the name of the tool is changed as SAP Business Objects Interactive Analysis. Or if you say Web 4.2 also, nothing wrong. But if you compare XI 3.1 to BA 4.0, there are so many enhancements. They introduced the new chart types, new user interface. There are so many changes. Plus the new tools introduced. What are the new tools introduced? Information design tool, okay, and Crystal reports for enterprise, analysis edition for Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, okay, some data migration tools to convert XI 3.1 to BA 4.0. All these are the new tools introduced by SAP in BA 4.0. Then what is the equation for SAP BA 4.1 is all the tools in XI BA 4.0 plus some new tools. What are the main new tools? SAP BO Design Studio. This is also one of the designer tools. And SAP Lumira. So this is BA 4.1. What is SAP BO BA 4.1? Now you can see all the tools in BA 4.0 plus new tools. Business Object Design Studio. What is Business Object Design Studio is? It's a tool to design your analytical applications on top of BW and HANA. It supports only two source systems. So SAP Business Object Design Studio enables application designer to create analysis applications and dashboards for browser and mobile devices on top of BW and on top of SAP HANA. As of now, this tool supports only two sources. One is BW, second one is HANA. And whatever the dashboard reports or analytical application you design here, you can publish them to mobile devices such as iPhones, iPads, desktop browsers. This is also a designer tool. But what is the specialty of this tool? This tool supports BI Mobile. And SAP Lumira. This is SAP Lumira. This is ad hoc visualization tool. So SAP BO BA 4.0. What are the tools that are there in XI 3.1? SAP enhanced those tools. Enhancement in terms of functionality, in terms of integration also. For example, all BO BA 4.0 tools like Webby, we don't require universe on top of BW. Webby can directly connect to BW using the BSS connection. Dashboard design can directly connect to like this. Enhancements in features wise, functionality wise, as well as integration wise. Plus new tools like information design tool, Crystal reports for enterprise. Then what is BO BA 4.0? All the tools in BA 4.0 plus some new tools. Now you can see the nomenclature. Apart from the functionality wise, SAP changed names of these tools in BA 4.2. Business Objects Enterprise. Here SAP Business Objects BA Platform, InfoView, BA Launchpad, Business Objects XLCS, Business Object Dashboard Design, Universe Designer. The new tool introduced by SAP Information Design Tool, still they are continuing with UTT also. Crystal Reports. Here we have Crystal Reports 2008, Crystal Reports 2011, Crystal Reports for Enterprise, the new tool. But now we have Crystal Reports 2013 in BA 4.1. So there are two types of Crystal Reports. Crystal Report 2013, second one is Crystal Reports for Enterprise. SAP Business Objects Voyager. The name of the tool has been changed as OLAP Analysis. Just now we talked about OLAP Analysis. Dashboard Builder, BA Workspace. Web Intelligence, Business Objects Interactive Analysis. Translation Manager, Translation Management Tool. Like this, for most of the tools, the nomenclature has been changed. But there are two tools which are obsolete in BA 4.0 when comparing with XI 3.1. What are the tools? Three tools, not two, three tools. End of lives in BA 4.0. One is Desktop Intelligence. which is a designer tool in XI 3.1. Import Wizard, admin tool. Performance Manager, it's a business user tool. If you look at the XI 3.1 diagram, Desktop Intelligence, one of the designer tool, obsolete. We don't have this one in BA 4.0. Import Wizard, administrator tool. Performance Manager, business user tool. We don't have this tool, this tool, this tool are obsolete in BA 4.0. Apart from these tools, we have all the tools in BA when comparing with XI 3.1 to BA 4.0, but all the tools are enhanced. Every tool is enhanced. Only 3 tools are obsolete. If you look at the enhancements in Web Intelligence, enhancement in dashboard design, enhancement in BA Launchpad, you name any tool that exists in XI 3.1, okay, has been enhanced. If you start looking the enhancements, what is Web 4.0 enhancements? Okay, Crystal Reports enhancements, everything you can see, because when SAP introduced BA 4.0, whatever the tools that exist in XI 3.1, for every tool they enhanced functionality wise, integration wise, as well as features wise. Yeah, I will take your question, gentlemen. No? Yes. Yes, we will cover all these things in future sessions. Okay. Yes, Venkat, we will cover all those in the future classes. So just today's introduction. Okay. Any questions, folks? Yes, Zafar?
Hi, Elias.
Yes, Zafar.
There are so many reporting tools like a dashboard, web intelligence, and so and so. Yes. So, do we need to use all these reports, or we can choose like for 3 or 4, 3 from 5 of? So,
yeah. No, you don't have to use all this. Some clients, okay, whatever the requirements of a client, they will use only the tools. Some clients will use only web and OLAP analysis. Okay, some clients will use a ClickView for dashboard. Maybe they don't want to use dashboard design like this. So if you go to a company, you don't find all. Suppose if you go to a project, now I opened the BA Launchpad, right? In the BA Launchpad, it's showing so many tools here. But if you go to the project, you don't see all these tools. What are the tools that are used by a client? You'll see only those tools.
Okay. So is there any top 3 or top 4, top 3 like we can expert in those only?
Yeah, top you can see Web Intelligence is used by most across the industries. Most of the industries will use Web Intelligence. Crystal Reports use one of the widely used reporting tool. And anyways, if you want to design the universes, you need to have very expertise in information design tool. And if you learn dashboard design also, that's well and good. These are the 4 main tools. Other remaining tools, very small tools, even okay, on projects also you can learn these tools. So you need to have expertise, one universe designing tool like information design tool, then Web Intelligence, dashboard design, Crystal Reports. These are the very widely used reporting tools. Web Intelligence, one of the widely used reporting tools.
Okay. And what about the certification? For example, if I want to get the certification in BOBI, so I have to take all this in
No,
a
you
one
don't need to
page?
go on certification. There is no certification for Universe. We have a certification for Web Intelligence. We have a
They are
certification.
separate. They are separate, right? Not.
Yeah, they are separate. Yeah. So if you go for one certification, that's more than enough. So no
Oh,
one is
like,
going to ask, okay, how many certifications you have in BOBA. So in resume, if you say you are a certified BOBA consultant, that's more than enough.
okay, so like a dashboard or crystal report or maybe the weapon.
Yeah, we have these certifications.
Oh, okay.
Go for any one certification.
Which one?
Any certification is fine.
Okay, and for SAP HANA, like for data modeling or
No, in
implementation?
SAP HANA, we have different like associate. Okay, that's a different application. We have 2, 3, I guess, for SAP HANA.
Oh, okay. 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 Thank you.
Okay, no problem. I will stop here today, folks. Tomorrow we'll continue.